Welcome to the FWI News Review. I'm Caroline Stocks. Farm support won't be affected by inaccurate maps sent to farmers, according to the Rural Payments Agency. The RPA says more than 900 farmers have been sent incorrect maps, leaving many worried they will have trouble claiming their single payment. But Chief Executive Tony Cooper says payments won't be threatened and the errors were a priority for the RPA to put right. Mr Cooper says farmers with inaccurate maps should get in touch with the agency. Former DEFRA Minister Geoff Rooker is set to quit as President of the Royal Association of British Dairy Farmers, just weeks after accepting the role. Lord Rooker is expected to step down to leave him free to become Chairman of the Food Standards Agency. The post with the FSA will pay up to £60,000 a year for just 2 days of work a week. RABDF Chairman Nick Everington says he's disappointed by Lord Rooker's decision, but says he's the man most suited to the FSA post. Milk producers are asking the government to be sympathetic after a Labour peer said the collapse of Dairy Farmers of Britain was not a crisis. The NFU has asked DEFRA Secretary Hilary Benn for an extra year for milk producers to comply with MVZ rules. It says the delay will help people who lost money following the dairy's collapse last month. The request comes as DEFRA's House of Lords spokesman, Lord Davies, says British milk producers are not facing a bleak future. He said the dairy industry is no more in crisis than the rest of the British economy. Parts of the UK have been suffering heatwave conditions this week, with temperatures up into the 30s. The warm weather means harvest has started for some growers in England, as Isabel Davis reports.
There's always a bit of a race among farmers to be the first to send in their harvest pictures. It was a 3-horse race this year, with pictures arriving from Leicestershire, West Sussex and Berkshire in quick succession. They show Walter Parks in St Borridge, Alba Straw Contractors baling and Colin Rayner starting cutting with his new Lexion 570. They've all been loaded to the Farmers Weekly Harvest Highlights gallery, so when you start harvesting, make sure you get out your camera to take some pics. You can then upload the pictures yourself to the gallery or email them to us at fwipictures@rbi.co.uk. We'd love to see your pictures, but please make sure you include some details about when and where they were taken. The variety and yield would be good too. Get involved with us at Harvest Highlights, fwi.co.uk/harvest 2009.
Now, do you remember the time you thought farming was at its best? Tim Ralph looks through farming's good and bad history.
Farming is, by its very nature, a cyclical business. Good days, good months, bad months, good years, bad years. But is there such a thing as a good decade? Well, we think so, and with your help we would like to establish when the best decade has been for British farming. Some people say it's the 1940s, when after the war there was a massive drive for production, or possibly the 1970s, a long gone politically incorrect era when no one had even heard of IACS or Natural England or the Environment Agency, for example, or perhaps it's now when we've got all this high-tech gadgetry and air-conditioned cabs. So join in and tell us what you think. It's part of our Farming's Greatest series, where we're trying to establish winners in various categories. Tell us what you think at www.fwi.co.uk/greatest.
That's it from me this week. For all the latest news, you can get it at fwi.co.uk.